So yeah, vocalists are checked, musicians checked, team, everything was on the go. So we kept moving from one vibe to the other. And at a particular point in time, we even realized the event can't even come off. Yes. Pause. Rewind. Because we were broke.
I think it's relief, it's the hope behind it, because you've already engaged people's children to come for rehearsal, the up and down, and you're going to tell them that because of funds, it's not going to happen. That's just, I don't know.
Misery struck. We struggled to even get everything moving to get the game afoot, but you've come to realize everything was good. So let's fast forward through all of this, you know, because we know the event happened, we know you guys had a lot of fun, we know the feedback was great, but let's hear from the cinematographer.
My name is Derek Dodoo. I am a brands designer, I'm a photographer, generally a creative person, but for the purposes of this project, I am a cinematographer. The idea was different. It was different from concerts that were happening in Ghana around that time. I mean, now people are mimicking it, but as and when it came, it was very different. It was tasking. And I mean, if you know me, you know I like a lot of like challenging stuff. So I was like, nah, I need to jump on this. It was different because it had been a while since I had another director directing me. So I met Mel on set, who was the director for the whole project, and man, I mean, we needed him there. He understood the dynamics of the team more than we did, and he knew exactly where they were going with everything. I mean, if he had left it to us, we would have added a few more things that might have taken a lot from the project, but having him there made a big difference in whatever we would have produced. And being behind the camera that day was fun, because it was like the direction was fully set, and we just had to follow what was needed, and yeah, it was amazing. So the footage is getting missing, that issue. So I have this habit of copying every footage after every production, right after. We don't wait till the next day or till we set down. It's one of the first things we do before we set down. So we cue the copying, and then everything is being stored in the right places with a backup. So we did that, we checked it, everything was there. And a week after, when we were coming to work on it, I realized, I mean, I found out first that the footages were not complete. And I had to question my conscience because I knew they were there. I saw them, I watched every one of them. So not finding them, I was like, what's going on? It was crazy because it was a good event. The footages were amazing. I mean, if we had used that, we would have gotten some crazy stuff. But the footages were missing, and I had to call Josh and explain to him. And Josh is that person who pieces things together quickly. So he said, let me call you back. And he called back in like 5, and was like, Charlie, the way you make the way for shoot them again. And I was like, what? You have to shoot the whole thing again, because that's a lot that went into that production. So how do we tell Swansea that we didn't find some of the footages?
We lost the footages.
I think that was what even happened. I don't remember where I was at. I think I was at work. Yes, I think I was at work when I got the news. I got the text from you, and I was like, how? Like, this is my exact reaction to when it happened. Like, how? What happened? Was there no backup? And I remember I kept asking, wait, where was the PC that the things were saved on? Like, where's the memory card? Like, what happened? Like, throughout the process, didn't we make backups? Like, wait, didn't anybody have backup? I was really confused. Like, wait, like, did we make a mistake somewhere? Were we not being careful somewhere? Like, it really didn't make sense to me. So I remember I got upset, and I think I didn't call you almost immediately. I was just sitting there in my office and I went blank for a while. And I was thinking, what do I do? Because I'm not part of post-production most of the time. Like, I don't really get involved, so.
Oh my God, so I don't know if any of you have ever had maybe any data loss or maybe your hard drive crashing, but this was different because we had initially shot the entire show, we had all our files, and then we were doing a bit of DIT check with Qwesi, and then we realized that some of the footages were missing because we couldn't get all the songs together. There were about 5 or 6 songs in total, and then we couldn't get the entire performance. So we realized that there was no way we could sync all the files that we had together to still get very good footage.
Okay, so Swansea called me. I think he eased me into it because we had a very long conversation before he brought that. And I think my initial reaction was towards the singers, like going to call them again and telling them. I just felt bad for them, but no ending. It is what it is.
I was there. Swansea texted me that they cannot find the files. I said, how? Couldn't explain. But I mean, these things happen. It was very unfortunate, but these things happen.
Okay, so I think Jesse Swansea contacted me that, Charlie, bro, bomb throw. And I was like, what? He said, Charlie, the video, we lost them, we lose them. I said, huh?
So yeah, how did I get a call? The same way as I said, a B Sharp, he called me for the project, yes, to be a basis for the project. And he called me again, bro, let me put it in the same context. Bro, Charlie, the project's bomb throws, like, what? I don't understand.
What? Like, are you serious? All what we did on the day, like, I can say, oh no, Charlie, no. Tell me, say the joke. Say, no, Charlie, it was true. We had to plan for a reshoot, and that was like, the dates were like all over. Like, we kept postponing. You know, this day, someone was available, someone was not available. But we finally came to a conclusion and got a day. Even that day,
My mean there, I don't like my like spontaneous, like we do it and we go. And Bishop was like, Charlie, we have to mind because the audio is perfect, everything is perfect, just the videos they are just nowhere to be found. I was like, fine.
I was just like minding my business. And Swansea texts me, was it a call or a text? I think it was a text that something had crashed, blah, blah, blah. Had to go back and reshoot. I was like, oh my God. When he started, sorry. When he started, why? After all this, we still have to do it again. But
misery did strike.